Hello guys.
Good morning and welcome to another vlog.
We're off on a day out today, Chatsworth House I think we're going to.
Yeah, we're heading off to the Palace of the Peak, so come along for the journey. So yeah, you're just going to get your first glimpse of the beautiful Chatsworth House there through the trees. All the window frames on the front of the house are actually painted in gold leaf. They look absolutely stunning on a sunny day. And just at the back there you might get a glimpse of the Emperor Fountain through the trees. Yeah, what a magnificent place. So the driveway brings you around to the back of the house, and this is where you access the car park. You do have to pay for it. Entrance to the grounds is £15 each, and then the car parking is extra on top. So here we are in the car park of Chatsworth House. It was actually £5 to park the car. So for the £5 you can literally wander around the outside of the house, but not the gardens. To go in the gardens on their own is actually £15 each, as I mentioned before. So we're just going to have a little wander around and see what we can find. Just down there you can see where you actually access the house and gardens. There's a little ticket office just under the archway there, and you can pay to get in the house. If you've not been here before, it's really well worth it. It's such a magnificent place, and yeah, there's a connection to the Kennedy family for anybody that's watching from America. So here we are at Chatsworth in Derbyshire. We just stood outside a pair of magnificent gates. We're quite impressed with the gates, aren't we?
Yeah, very ornate and gold and sparkling.
Yeah, I'm sure they cost a king's ransom. The sun's actually come out for us now, so we're just literally going to have a wander around the grounds outside. Yes, so the connection to John F. Kennedy, his sister Kathleen was actually married to one of the Cavendishes. She did unfortunately die quite young. I think it's a bit of a curse on the Kennedy family, but she is actually buried in the local church here. But you get a great view of the house from the park. So we're literally just having a wander around the Parkland. Ant's gone off ahead. He's scouting out to see where we're going next. Yeah, so we're just having a wander in the grounds now, and we're sitting on a folly. So I don't know what we think about that. It's a very strong smell of sheep poo, so I think it's obviously popular with the sheep. When we came into the car park and Ant paid for the parking, they gave him a voucher, and it was for
10% off the farm shop and the cafe.
Yeah, so that's quite good. There's a farm shop in the village of Edensor, and that's the local village to Chatsworth House. It's literally just at the end of the drive really, so yeah, we might make use of that. So we actually came here, I think it's 2 or 3 years ago, maybe even 4 or 5 years ago now, and we had the most amazing afternoon tea in the restaurant. I think it was a treat that you did for us, wasn't it?
Very expensive, but it was very nice.
Yeah, the tea was served in cast iron Chinese teapots, and the food was absolutely delicious. Yeah, so we've been really lucky how the sun's come out for us today. I mean, we've been here quite a few times over the years. It is one of our favourite places. But how much was it you were saying for the house and gardens?
So with the house, the garden, the car park and the farm ground was like a kiddie's farmyard. It's £32.50 each per adult.
Yeah, that's. I suppose that sounds a lot of money, but you do get to see an awful lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not bothering with the house and the formal gardens today because we have been quite a few times in the past. We thought it'd just be nice to have a drive up and park in the car park and just enjoy the actual Parkland, which, as you can see, is pretty spectacular. So yeah, we're just enjoying soaking up a bit of English heritage. So this is the entrance to the original coach house where you'll find the restaurants and the gift shop. I mean, how impressive is that? That's quite a stable block. We're just going to go inside and have a little mooch around and see what they've got to offer in there. So we're just in the courtyard area now, and they've got a really nice little garden centre area here with plants inspired by the garden. There's a wedding going on at the moment, but you've still got access to the gift shop and the tea room over at the back, so I think we might partake in a brew. So we've just popped into the gift shop and it's, as you'd expect, pretty fabulous, and it smells absolutely beautiful.
£72 for a
They've got some really nice homey bits. The old stables have been divided into sections with different gift homewares in. Some really funky salt and pepper mills here. I'm not sure what they remind me of, but they're incredibly expensive. They're actually £49. So you can even buy Chatsworth champagne. There's a small bottle there Dan's got his hands on, and it's just £35. Just 35 if you fancy a tip up. So we're just having a cheeky latte. It's quite pleasant just sitting here. Just going to get Ant's verdict on the coffee.
Expensive.
£3.65 for a latte, but it's got a good head on it, so fingers crossed it tastes nice. So we've had that little pit stop and had a nice latte. Ant will give you his thoughts on that later. We're just taking a stroll at the back of Chatsworth now, up to the water tower. It's quite high up, but it's been converted into a holiday let. I believe the views from up there are pretty spectacular, so keep watching. So we're right up at the top now at the tower, and the view is absolutely stunning. It was certainly worth the effort. So we made it to the top, and it's actually a hunting tower, not a water tower. It's quite a hike to get up here, but the view is absolutely amazing. It's really worth the effort.
Yeah, it's quite steep, so if you struggle with walking a bit, then it's quite a good slog, isn't it?
There is actually a proper tarmac road that you can drive up or walk up, but we took the path through the woods, which was really scenic.
Wild.
It was a bit wild, but we enjoyed it. So I think you can actually rent this, can't you?
Yeah. So it's about £300 a night. I
Yeah.
think.
So we've had a
stop
look
in
before,
here.
haven't we? But do you need to book it
Quite
really?
expensive.
You have to book it really well in advance. I think the last time we
The
looked.
views are stunning from here.
Yeah. I mean, imagine waking
Absolutely
up to
beautiful.
that. That's literally what you'd be waking up to. But you'd have to stump up about £300 a night. So yeah, dig deep in your pockets, but I think it would be worth it. Yep, so we've had a lovely wander around the park at Chatsworth. We walked right to the top to have a look at the hunting tower, which I think was pretty spectacular. We've been so lucky with the weather. The sun came out for us, so it's been really nice. Yeah, we had a latte in the courtyard, which was
a very expensive latte.
Very expensive latte, and still
was
not
all
got
foam.
over it yet. Yeah, it was $7.30 for two of them, but really we only had one cup between us because it was mostly froth.
Yeah.
Having said that, we had a look at the prices for the restaurant there, and that looks pretty reasonable. You can get a homemade lasagna for $13.95.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad, did it? And there was things like pulled pork for $10.50, so you can get a proper meal without spending too much. But definitely worth coming here just to park up for £5 and walk around the Parkland. Really
Yeah.
enjoyed it, haven't we?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
So yeah, Chatsworth House in Derbyshire. Pay to visit.